Welcome back to new academic year and a different one. Similarly, you will have a new and a different mathematics teacher in this academic section 2021. Yes, 2021, they are numbers. So when we talk about numbers, the first thing that comes to our mind is counting numbers. Am I right? Yes. So they are also called natural numbers. So counting numbers and natural numbers including zero are called whole numbers. So whole numbers including negative numbers, they are called integers. So we have studied in class 6th about integers and its properties. So what we are going to do today is the recollection of what we have learned in class 6th. So let us represent these integers on the number line first of all, and we will see what are the properties and what are the special thing about integers. So first of all, let us represent these integers on a number line. So here is a number line with two arrow-ended points, which means that it goes on to the either side, and 0 in the middle, and positive numbers to the right, negative numbers to the left. So what happens when we move to the right? Yes, you might be knowing the answer. When we move to the right, it is increasing, and when we move to the left, it is decreasing. So if I give you three numbers, for example, -2, -4, and 3. So here you have three numbers, -4, -2, and 3. And if I ask you to write them in ascending order, what will be the order of numbers? You have 2 seconds, think about it. Once again, three numbers, -4, -2, and 3. The question is, the task for you is, write them in ascending orders. You have 2 seconds. Please run fast through your minds. Yes, you are right. Ascending order of these three numbers is the first one, -4, the second one, -2, and the last one, 3. Right. So, why did we write -4 in the beginning and 3 at the last? You know that -4 is the smallest one and 3 is the biggest one in this among these three numbers. So which means when we move to the right, the numbers are increasing, yes, and when we move to the left, the numbers are decreasing. I'll give you another set of numbers. Let's take 2 and -1 and -5. So another set of numbers, 2, -1 and -5. Write them in descending order. Please run fast through your minds. Get the answer, 2 seconds. Yes. Numbers 2, -1 and -5. Write them in descending order. So the first number will be 2, -1 and -5. Here the first one is, the biggest one is 2 and the smallest one is -5. Now why did we write 2 in the beginning and -5 in the last? Because as we move to the left, it is decreasing. So this is the basic about integers. When we represent them on a number line, to the right it is increasing and to the left it is decreasing. So that's the basic about integers, and when we represent it on a number line, that's the basic thing that you should keep in your mind. If you are clear about this concept, I'm telling that this chapter will be very easy for you. Now, what happens on a number line when we add a positive integer? Let's see what happens here. So on a number line, when we add a positive integer, we move to the right. Once again, on a number line, when we add a positive integer, we move to the right. So here is an example for you. See, you have -2 plus 6. So start here, -2 You will start from minus 2 and then you are adding a positive integer. See, two things are very important here. First one is add, so the operation is addition, and what you are adding here, you are adding a positive integer. They are the two things that is very important. One is the operation addition, and what you are adding a positive integer, right? Okay, so you should start from minus 2. See, you don't have to bother about the first number minus 2, whether it is negative or positive, you don't have to bother about that. Okay, what we are doing, what is the operation here? Addition is the operation, and we are adding a positive integer. So let us start from minus 2 and plus 6, which means we should move 6 places to the right. So 1, you will reach at minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you end up here at 4. So minus 2 plus 6 is 4. So you are adding a positive integer, so you have to move to the right, 6 places to the right. So the answer is 4. So on a number line, when we add a positive integer, we move to the right. I think it's very clear to you. Okay, fine. So this should be very clear. On a number line, when we add a positive integer, we move to the right. I hope it's clear to you. I hope you are not getting bored. So let's move to the second one. The second one is, what happens on a number line when we add a negative integer? Again, the first number is not a matter of concern for us. Two things are very important. The first one is the operation addition. The second one is negative integer. So what happens on a number line when we add a negative integer? Think about it, and it's already here. The answer is here in the clip. We move to the left. Very simple. So let us see the example here. You have the number 6. It's not a matter of concern for us. So we will start here from 6. We'll start here from 6. And we have to add a negative integer. So 6 plus minus 2. 6 plus minus 2. Again, 6 plus minus 2. Addition is the operation, and we are adding a negative integer. So we have to move to the left. When we add a negative integer, we should move to the left. See the example here. We are starting from 6. We have to move how many places to the left? Yes, 2 places to the left. Why 2 places to the left? Because we are adding a negative integer. Why we are moving 2 places? Because the number is minus 2. Right? So we will start from here 6, 1, 2. So we are at 4 now. So 6 plus minus 2 is equal to 4. See. So our conclusion is, on a number line, when we add a negative integer, we move to the left. That's the conclusion from this clip. I hope it's clear to you. So can we move ahead? Yes. Again, the third one. What happens on a number line when we subtract a positive integer? What happens on a number line when we subtract? Very important. Subtract a positive integer. Clear? When we subtract a positive, what happens? Yes, we move to the left again. So let us see an example. What happens? So here it is minus 4, minus 3. So what is the operation? Subtraction. We are subtracting what? 3, which is a positive integer. Okay, so when we subtract a positive integer on a number line, we should move to the left. Very important. So see, here the first number is not a matter of concern for us. We don't bother about it. Whether it is positive or negative, we don't bother about it. Two things. The first one is operation and which number we are doing with. So here we are subtracting a positive integer, right? 3 is a positive integer and we are doing the subtraction here. So we should move to the left. So let's see, we are at minus 4 now. We should start from here, minus 4. Since we are subtracting a positive integer 3, we should move 3 places to the left. So 1, 2, 3. We are ending up at minus 7. So minus 4 minus 3 is equal to minus 7. So the conclusion is, on a number line, when we subtract a positive integer, we should move to the left. Very clear. Write in your mind, not on the paper. Write in your mind, because if these things are very clear, you will have no difficulty in this chapter. But if you are confused from this point, you will find it difficult to deal with the question in the coming exercises. So very important point is, on a number line, when we subtract a positive integer, we should move to the left. Clear? Can you move ahead? Fine. Next one. What happens on a number line when we subtract a negative integer? See the difference. Subtract a negative integer. You got it? You got the difference? Here we should, yes, move to the right. So we are now here, it is minus 8 minus 12. Minus 8 minus 12. We don't bother about the first number, whether it is positive or negative. Minus 8 minus 12. So minus 8 minus 12. Again I'm repeating it because this should be very clear. We don't bother about the first number. What we are bothered about is the operation. Here it is subtraction, and what we are subtracting, and here it is minus 12. So what happens to the number line? We move to the right. Okay, so let's see with an example what happens. So we are at minus 8 here, and when we subtract a negative integer, we should move to the right. It's very important. So here, how many places we should move to the right? We should move 12 places to the right. You got it? You got the point? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So we are at 4 now. So what is minus 8 minus 12? Yes, the answer is 4. So on a number line, when we subtract a negative integer, we should move, yes, to the right. Correct. So let's move ahead. This is the conclusion of all the 4 points. On a number line, when we add a positive integer, we move to the right. On a number line, when we add a negative integer, we move to the left. On a number line, when we subtract a positive integer, we move to the left again. On a number line, when we subtract a negative integer, we move to the right. I hope it's clear to you. Okay, now, there is a word problem for you. If you have understood, this should be very easy for you. See, at Srinagar, the temperature is minus 5 degrees Celsius on Monday. On Tuesday, it is dropped by 2 degrees Celsius. Very, very important. On Monday, the temperature of Srinagar is minus 5 degrees Celsius. And on Tuesday, it dropped by 2 degrees Celsius. It is dropped by 2 degrees Celsius. Very important, that sentence, that word. It is dropped by 2 degrees Celsius. So what is the temperature on Monday? Minus 5. So the temperature on Monday is minus 5 degrees Celsius, and on Tuesday it is dropped by 2 degrees Celsius. So what is the temperature on Tuesday? That's a question for you. What is the temperature on Tuesday? So the temperature on Tuesday is minus 5, dropped means subtract 2 degrees Celsius. So minus 5 minus 2. The answer is, we know that on a number line, when we subtract a positive integer, we should right or left? We should move to the left. We should move to the left again. So the answer is, when we move from minus 5 to when we move from minus 5 2 places to the left, the answer is minus 7. So what is the temperature on Tuesday? The temperature on Tuesday is minus 7 degrees Celsius. I hope it's clear to you. Just go through it, 2 seconds, make it clear, try to understand. Now, continuation of the question. Again on Wednesday, it rose by 4 degrees Celsius. So what is the temperature on this day? So what is the temperature on Tuesday? -7 degrees Celsius. What happens on Wednesday? It rose. So what happens here? Addition by 4, which is a positive integer. So -7 plus 4 degrees Celsius. Sorry, -7 plus 4. So on a number line, when we add a positive integer, what happens? We should right or left? We should move to the right again, isn't it? So -7 plus 4. When we move 4 places to the right from -7, what will be the answer? Draw the number line and check it out. You'll get 2 seconds. 4. Yes. So you should move 4 places to the right, which means it is -7 plus 4. So you should move 4 places to the right. So -7 is here. You should move 4 places to the right. Again, I'm repeating it. So -7, we are moving 1 place to the right. -6, -5, -4, and -3. So -7 plus 4, the answer is -3. So what is the temperature on Wednesday? -3 degrees Celsius. I hope it is very clear for you because you have understood the previous 4 important points. So if you have understood, here is a bigger question for you to do, and that is exercise 1.1, question number 4. A plane is flying at the height of 5,000 meters above the sea level. At a particular point, it is exactly above a submarine floating 1,200 meters below the sea level. So what is the vertical distance between the two, or between the flight and the submarine? So it is an assignment for you. I'm sure you will be able to do it. So this is Anwar Muhammad signing out until we meet again.